my main topic today is really just to talk about, like, what is that gear in your life that you have to buy that you absolutely hate to buy? Like, you're like, I really don't want to spend money on this. I'd much rather have a pedal.
Oh man, I think as the gigging musician, there's a lot of it.
There's a lot.
I mean, more than what you realize. I think some of the things I start thinking about is even simple things like extension cords and extra cables and like direct boxes. Nobody wants to buy a direct
No,
box. No one's getting excited for that. I was looking the other day at some gig bags. I was looking at some new mono
I
cases.
was too.
And I was
Actually,
like,
that's funny you
man,
say that. I was looking at that yesterday.
I mean, they are so good. And you need to have some extras
Yeah,
laying around for them because I don't want to be taking my hard case all the time.
yeah.
So I've got
Here's the
several.
thing. I'm not spending the money mono charges, though. I'd rather have a duffel bag and bring it
Well,
to the gig.
oh, I don't know about that. I will break down and pay the money for the mono case, but I expect it to last. I expect it to do all those things.
Yeah.
It's just those are those things that I don't want to spend money on.
Right?
I think a lot of people don't want to spend money on power supplies for pedal boards.
Man, that's one for me. Like spending almost $200 on a power supply, and I'm like, all it's doing is providing power. Now, that being said, being isolated is super important, so I'm gonna
Right.
pay the extra money for that.
Yeah, and consistent power.
Right.
So that's one that doesn't bother me. I can buy
Uh,
I can buy that one, that doesn't bother me, but it's things like gig bags, it's things like extra cables and extension cords and all that type of stuff that really gets me. I don't know. I think that's probably it. I don't mind picks and strings,
yeah.
nothing like that, but yeah, I think it's that type of stuff that really
Yeah.
bothers me
Picks
the
and
most.
strings aren't bad. Little things like capos when you get an acoustic.
Hmm.
I mean, you gotta have it, but I'm like, this is another thing. Luckily, they're cheap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just that little tack on stuff that you're like, this really sucks.
Well, in most acoustic cases, most guitar cases, I want to have a capo thrown in there. I want a tuner thrown in there, an extra set of strings, and probably a
Humidifier thing.
probably a string winder. Like you start adding all that type of stuff up, you're like, gosh, dang.
Yeah, it's never just the guitar because then you're like, oh, need strap locks, need this.
Yeah.
It's like I like the strap thing because you get to at least make it look cool. But
Damn.
I mean, it's just the little ins and outs that drive me insane.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's probably the biggest things that drive me crazy to buy.
Yeah, my thing is, I'm looking at getting an attenuator
Yeah.
for a deluxe, my Tweed Deluxe, and guess what? I really don't want to buy one.
It's an object to make something quieter.
Yeah, what guitar player wants to make something quieter?
Yeah.
I mean, it'll be more gig friendly, and I get that. Or I could just sell the Tweed, and I've debated that, but I don't know. It's just the little stuff like that, like attenuators, getting a DI, getting, you know, an aux box. We've talked about
Yeah.
that.
Guitar stands, mic stands.
Oh, yeah. So, yep, there's lots of things out there that you have to buy. I mean, just for the sake of buying to get you through a gig, but
Yeah.
man, it just drains all the fun stuff you could get like an amp.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you spent $300 on a mono case. Ouch.
Yeah, not fun.
Yeah, but you got to have it.
Gotta have it.
Anyway.